Okay, so today I'm going to show you how to make cheap dishwashing soap to work. Just like famous brands. Since I can't say it, I'm going to show it. Okay? Really quick. I really love that soap, but I could not find anything comparable to that, and it took me a while. I don't even know how many years to find that. But I finally found something that you guys can use. And no, I'm not being paid by anyone. Okay? No, zero, zip, not even a penny. This is all through experimenting. And I'm actually glad that I found this, because in the next few videos, one of the videos, I'm going to show you how to make it for cheap. Anyway, the main ingredients on here that we know, that I know, and also too, is that for a fact that makes a lot of soap not only bubbles, like extra bubbles, but clean better. And that ingredient is actually in both of these here, and it's foaming bubble bath. But somehow they put less in here. You can see the difference on that. See how the difference on that? But if you see this, you see how liquidy it is. Okay? You see how gunky that is? Okay? I don't have another jug to show you, like a little experimental thing, but you can tell right here. See how it moves a lot, you know, fluider than this one. I thought, hey, I get 32 ounces versus 20. I said, hey, I'm gonna make my dollar worth it, because that's what they cost at a dollar store. And I said, hey, wait a minute, let me get my dollar worth it. I'll explain that in a minute. Anyway, so I got the soap, and I actually put in the cheaper brand. This is the cheap brand. Okay? I wanted to see if it actually works better. Just like this brand that I can't say. Also this as well. This is the cheapo brand. Maybe we can call it cheapo brand. And we all hate oil. Okay? So I left the corn oil in here. Corn oil. I love corn oil. We only use corn oil. I don't like vegetable oil. I don't like the other stuff. Vegetable oil is probably oil and corn oil together. But I don't like those, because they kind of produce a smell. If you cook steak, or you cook certain, if you cook pork chop, or just fried pork, and you use any other oil, it smells. Now, I know. I am very sensitive to smell, and I can't stand the meat. Sometimes I wish I'm a vegan. But I can't. I tried. So we use corn oil, and I found corn oil, although this video is not about corn oil, but corn oil somehow make food taste better, and it makes food smell better, and it makes pork chop smells almost like bacon when it's burnt, those burnt type that a lot of people like, not burn, but almost crispy, it'll taste like bacon. But anyway, well, pork is pork, but it should taste like bacon, right? But depending on the part of the body, of course, and the oil in it is what makes it taste like bacon. But somehow, so if you see this video, you might want to go with corn oil, 100% corn oil, okay? Anyway, let's get back to this one. We all know we hate corn oil, from washing to frying to whatever, when you wash that thing, try to wash that off, oh my God, it's horrible. And I'll show you in a minute. So, I am going to prep 2 things ahead of time. And I prep this with corn oil in it. Okay? And I want it to be fair. I have a little dot there to show you. Okay? I'm going to clean it with and without. This is going to be with regular, and then it's going to be with they're all going to be greased up, but 2 with just regular detergent, and then 2 with my special detergent. Now, before I go into that video, I'm going to show to you what I did. So, I've been playing with this for a little while, and I've learned something. What we need is called sodium Laureth Sulfate. And if you look now in your supermarket or stores or whatever it is, you will see this ingredient a lot of soap, even in shampoo, because it makes suds, extra suds, and it's a surfactant. Okay? So they put it in everything now, if you look at it. Now, there's another ingredient that a lot of people are allergic to that they are no longer doing it. It's called sodium lauryl sulfate. The Lauryl part and the abbreviation on that is SLS. I'll leave it right here. Okay? Now, the ingredient that it is safe, so far I've known that it's safe, is sodium laureth sulfate. Okay? Sodium laureth sulfate. Okay? And I'll leave it right here. It's abbreviated as SLES. That's the one we want. Okay? I'll leave it right here. Now, so what I did was, I knew that this make extra suds, okay? Recently, you've probably seen a bunch of video. I'll link it on to the end here. I've been making soap, and I try to make hand soap and things like that. And I find that if I add this ingredients in, not only it doesn't separate, but it actually gives extra suds to a lot of soap. So I said, So today, I went on a trial, and I added to the cheapo brand. These 2 cheapo brand, okay? Just cheapo brands. And funny thing is, it actually worked just like the Real Good brand. I say, Another thing people said is that, why don't you put, people add vinegar to it. It actually helps better. So what I did was I just add vinegar and the cheapo brand. It doesn't work too good. It cleans, but it doesn't work too good. Not with oil. It has to have that in. Somehow, that's what it is. So, literally, you can put vinegar in there, and it does thin it up, but you have to put an equivalent to here, 10%. That's my formula, 10%. And see how thin it is? I would have to add 10% into here in order to get what I want, because the vinegar actually thinned it out. So you can add vinegar to it, but if you do, for the extra cleaning, you would have to put extra of those in, which I'll probably make another video of that later. But at the moment here, this is just an example, that's all. I added into here, and look what it looked like. Look how thick that is. Okay? You can see it's really thick. This here with no addition, just straight through. Look how thick it is. Gooey, gooey, gooey. See that? That's just straight. I love that, by the way. It is my greatest discovery, soap discovery. Now, I add that into there. Everything is 10%. This is 10%, that is 10%, and this is also 10%. And see that? It's really gooey, 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 gooey. Okay? I'm going to drop just a little bit so you can see that it's not really gooey. I don't want to do too much, but see? It's not really gooey. Also this one. Okay? You can see that. Now, I figured, let me go the cheap way. Let me add that in because like I said, this is bubble bath and it's blossom. My grandmother loves that smell. So I said, hey, wait a minute, 32 ounces, maybe I'll add those so it can, so I can make dish soap for her. But somehow it's, even at 10%, it's not that gooey. Okay. So, conclusion to this wins the war. Okay? So now, I grease this 2 up. I'm going to use without, just regular, and then with it. Okay? And we'll see which one works better. Okay? I'm going to mark it as number 1. Number 1 meaning, sorry, I have to get a little pen here. Number 1 meaning just the cheapos, without this thing, without that special ingredients. Okay. Number 2, I won't mark anything, there's no need, would be with it. And I'm going to test it out for you. Okay. I'm going to bring you to here so that way we don't cut the video. I don't like cutting videos, but sometimes you have no choice. So I'm going to bring those two together. And we're going to wash with and without. Okay? First, I am going to wash with. So I'm going to drop the same amount onto it. Actually, before you wash oils or any type of oil, you want to rinse it out with hot water. Okay? So I'm going to be fair. I'm going to wash both of them out. Let me get the hot water first. Okay, now it's hot. Even though I already rinsed it, you can still see the oil's still in there that is beating around. Okay? That's number 1. I'm going to rinse out number 2. You can still see oil in there. Okay? You can still see it's beating inside. Like right there. Okay? I'll double rinse it. It's still there. Look the way it beats. Okay? I'm going to double rinse this one too. Fair is fair, right? It's still there. You can still see it really close. Just like that. It's falling, you see? Now, I'm going to bring this close. And you can see. Okay? So, number 1 is our just regular. Just regular, okay? I'm going to put 1 teaspoon or tablespoons or whatever it is in there. I'll give it a little bit extra. Just like that. Okay? Drop it in. I have to rinse this out. Now we're going to wash this. And we're going to try to get it off. Okay. Put a little water in there. I have to put this around here because it did come through. Look, it's not that squeaky, and you don't hear squeakies. Okay, so that's number one. Let me rinse my hand first. Remember, we have to be fair. Now, we're going to do the one that I mixed. Number two. Okay. And I'm going to wash it a little bit. I have to put around here. Just a little bit extra water. Okay, and I dump it out. I want to make it quick and simple. Now let me rinse that out. Hear that? Hear that? Okay. Hear that? Comparing to number one. Even though they're the same soap, and I'm going to rub it really hard, see? I'm even bending it, and I'm not making that squeaky. See that? Can you imagine? So number one is this soap without that special ingredient. Number two is with the special ingredients. And now watch. I'm going to wash number one with it. Put that aside because we already know what it is. So now I'm washing number one. No chemicals, no extra stuff that I found. My special ingredient. No special ingredients. Bubble bath is my special ingredient. Okay, so now I washed it. Hear that? See that? Now look what happened. Number one. I don't even have to do much, okay? No pressure. If you think I'm lying, I just put a little pressure on. Just 2 fingers. Holding it. See? And lightly rub with just 2 fingers. I'm not trying to cheat and go like this. Wow. With pressure. Without pressure. See that? Isn't that awesome? Well, it is awesome now. So, that's what I found. And that's what it's doing. And all you have to do is put a little bit in. Okay? And during your washing, add a little water to it. The water somehow helps it to break this down. And like I said, oil is the worst one of them all. And you saw I put 1 tablespoon of oil in there. Okay? Now, you do that, you do this, and rinse it out. And you can hear it. See that? It is very hard to duplicate this sound. Okay, that was number 2. Because I remember I wash it with number one, and then I wash it all with number 2. Number 2 is my special ingredients. And now they're all clean. That was number 1 and that was number 2. But you saw without. It doesn't do that. And it's the same soap. That is just the same soap. It just, I put my special ingredients in there. So. And yes, I have tried it with that. And it also worked as well. Some are okay and some are not, but that's from the cheap brands. We're doing cheap, remember, we're trying to do cheap brands. So, with just that alone, helps soap to work better. Yes, I've tried it with this. It didn't work too good. Because they didn't put too much of that ingredients in there. So it doesn't work too good. Oh, I still got soap on my hand. Sorry. I know, I'm a clean freak. I have to wash it off. I'm sorry. But that's what I found through this journey. I mean, I've been trying to make my soap better. I've been trying to make the cheap brand works better. So basically, what they do with these soap, you can tell how liquidy it is by its moving. What they're doing with this soap is that they put less of that agent in so they can make profit. So instead, we use this. I don't know if you can find this at other places, but when you do, like Walmart or store brand or anything like that, check out the store brand that doesn't look like this. See how it's like moving around? When it doesn't move around, that means it's a lot more solid. So if you find it and you see string coming out like this, that means that has a lot of that ingredients inside. And that's the one that you want to get. You can actually get the Walmart brand or anything, but as long as it's liquid, that is like almost solid like that. Like I stated, I said to myself, this is 32 ounce. Maybe I get more out of it. Well, if it's 32 ounce, I would have to add more of those. So 20 ounce would be the same thing. It would have been, I can make, how much I can make out of this? I can make, like this here, is 50 ounce. Okay? 50 ounce. And this here is 75. But this here is $10. I can buy 2, which it would be $2. Then I'll add my special ingredients in there, and it's 10%, so that would be 5 ounces. So literally, this here is 20. I can make 4 of those. 4 of those would have been an equivalent to 250, about 250 ounces. No, 220. It would have been 220 versus 75. So literally, I would have made almost $30 worth for $5. So my increase is 600% for $5. That means if I make this into $10, it would be $60 worth of this. $60 worth versus $10. So in reality, I can make 8 of these plus just 1 of this bottle. 8 of these would have been 8 times 5, 450 ounce. That's 3-something gallons, I think. Sorry, 128 is 1 gallon. So 450. So yeah. For the money that I pay for this, I can make 3 gallons. 3 point something gallons. Over 3 gallons, let's say 3.5. Let's make it an average. 3.5 gallons. Verse 75. So the money I pay for this would be, I can make 3.5 gallons. Can you imagine? Anyway, I am so excited about this. And on my next video, I'm actually going to make it. And I'm going to show people how to do it. So, I'm going to conclude this video. And I hope that is helpful to you. Because it took me a while to find this out. About this special ingredient. Which I'll list it right here one more time. And you have to find them in bubble bath. Then you go to your cheapo store and buy the cheap brand. And just add that in. I really love this. So my next video I'm going to make out of these. It's by these people right here. Sometimes I can't say certain things on video because they YouTube, don't like it. Anyway. So, just remember, all you need is this special ingredients. That's it. And add this onto your favorite soap. And it will help cleaning a lot better. And it will help suds a lot better. That's all you really need. So, and if you have your favorite, add that in as well, too. Other than that, that's about it on this video here. And I hope this is useful to you. And I hope that it would save you a lot of money. Because now I'm going through another journey. Saving money. Because that's what I like. I rack my brain to save money. That's all I do. I know. Anyway. See ya in the next video.